Okay. It is sample night, guys. And I'm going to try my very best to get all of this squeezed into the 30 minutes that we have allotted. Um, so I did some notes to try to keep myself on track. So um, I know that we're getting ready for a brand new fall and winter season. And of course, it's great to be able to get samples into our customers' hands because I know I have had a ton of customers that keep asking to smell the new scents, and I wonder what such and such smells like. So I've not given out too many of the new catalogs just yet, but I know people are. A lot of my customers are already chomping at the bit to get their hands on the catalog and the new scents. And so I've got a couple examples that I thought I would show you guys and then kind of give you some ideas where you can get some of your sample stuff and then how to hand out samples and then what to do after you've handed them out. So first, let me go ahead and just show you some of the ones that I have made recently. I just kind of went through my office grabbing things. I actually made these little felt wax samples yesterday. So this is the frosted cinnamon roll, the scent of the month for next month. I just got that in the other day, and it definitely smells like a cinnamon roll. And if you remember the old sticky cinnamon bun, it smells very, very similar. But it's got more of a sugary vanilla scent than the sticky cinnamon bun was really strong on the cinnamon. So if you remember that one, it's pretty similar, but I kind of like this one better. Oh, there we go. We got one more person coming in. So anyway, these are just little pieces of felt that I actually bought. You can buy the sheets of felt at your Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Walmart, anywhere you can buy craft supplies. And I just cut mine 1 inch by 1.5 inch. That just works best for me with the size little baggies that I have. You can also buy these baggies in the craft department. They're more with the jewelry making items. And there's lots of different varieties of sizes that you can get. I actually like to get these at Hobby Lobby. They seem to be the best quality. The ones I've got at Walmart have been a little thin, and these seem to do a little bit better. And then I just have little Avery labels that I've printed on. You can go straight to avery.com, put in the template number from the product that whatever you get, and I like to buy mine on Amazon. You can also get them anywhere you can get office supplies, but these that I like to do are the return address labels. You can still fit a lot of info on there, and they fit perfectly on the little baggie. And I just have the name of the scent on there, and then I tell them that it's available in a wax bar, a room spray, a scent circle, or add it to your Scentsy Club. So that way they know what they are getting. And so I do a lot of my wax samples like that, especially in the summertime.
Wrap it up.
So that if you are mailing them or anything like that, you're not having to worry about them melting in whatever you're sending them in. So a couple other ones I do. These right here are, this is a little oil sample. And I actually took some bottles of tester oils that I had duplicates of and used little pipettes to put these in the little, I can't remember what these things are called, but just these little glass jar type things with lids. Scentsy used to have these in the family store, but I think they've clearanced them all out now. You can buy them on Amazon. But make sure any kind of oil samples that you're doing, whether they're the regular oils for diffusers or the flower oils, make sure you're using glass containers and using something that's made for that purpose, because oils will eat through plastic. And so you do not want to put any kind of oil in anything plastic, or you'll end up with a mess. And the little labels that I have printed on here, these I printed from the All About Samples group. which they have a Google Drive on there where you can essentially get just about any fragrance and any product for any region. And then I just bring mine over into Avery, and I print them either on labels or on just cardstock, and then you can actually go ahead and personalize and put your information and everything on there, so that every sample you give out, you have your info. And of course, I don't have my info on the wax ones, but I always staple these to the Scent and Warmer of the Month brochure, so they have my info on that brochure. All right. Also, I've got a couple different examples of cleaning samples. I've got some that are smaller. These are little smaller spritzer bottles that I got on Amazon. You can get these fairly inexpensively. You can get, different colors, different sizes, and they have a little lid that pops off and then you can spray it. This one is a bathroom cleaner, and then I've got a counter cleaner just like it. Again, these little labels came off the All About Samples Facebook group. And once we're done with the video, I will make a post once I get it uploaded to YouTube, and I will put some links in there for you guys for the group if you're not already part of that. And I can also link some of these Amazon supplies too. Let's see. Oh, another one. This is a little bit larger sample for the counter clean. These are just little bottles that I got at the Dollar Tree. I think they came 2 or 3 in a package for $1. Well, when I bought them, they were still $1. Of course, it's $1.25 store now, but I've had these for quite a while. But these are just like the little travel, like you could put shampoos and conditioners and things like that, but these actually have a spray bottle or spray nozzles on the top. So again, I just filled it about halfway full with counter clean and created the label out of the All About Samples group, and then I have a sample. I don't usually give quite this large of a sample to just random strangers, but these would be like for a host. I've been putting these in my experience bags, which we talked about a couple weeks ago, and wanting them to really, kind of try and use the counter clean in hopes that they might get addicted to it and want to go ahead and start ordering some. Let's see. These are my little sample bags of laundry products. These little baggies came off of Amazon, and I just have one kind of larger baggie that I've got all 3 of the products from our laundry line. Well, I say all 3. I do not have a fresh in here, but I've got a laundry liquid sample. These are heat and seal bags. You can get these on Amazon. And you do need, which you can see right here behind me, a little heat sealer, or some people use like a hair straightener or something like that. I don't own a hair straightener. I maybe should, but some people do use, or a curling iron to seal these bags, but I just invested in a heat seal thing. And I seal them a couple times across the bottom to make sure they're sealed real good, since it's got liquid in it. And then I do the same thing with the washer whiffs. Again, the labels are from that Facebook group. And then dryer discs. All of these types of things that I've got here that I'm making samples out of, I am getting with free and half price products. So like dryer discs, they're normally $7. But a lot of times if I've got some extra rewards, I'll either get like a 3-pack of these for half price or with my free product. And then that gives me several that I can label. And I tell my customers when I give them to them that, of course, they're only getting one use out of the washer whiffs and laundry liquid, but they can keep getting more and more out of the dryer disc. Just keep throwing it back in the dryer until you can't smell it anymore. They're only advertised for 15 loads, but I usually get way more. So they've got something that they can continue to use, continue to remind them about our products, And I also throw, which this one's from last season, but I've got a few left. I'm going to just keep throwing them in there until I run out, and then I'll buy some more. These are just the little laundry brochures. I folded it in half, and it's got info about all the laundry products and the bundle and saves. And then on the back, it shows the available scents. So I just throw that in with the bag, the little baggie with all 3 products, and give those out as one big sample so that they can kind of try all the samples together, because the more of the products they use, the better their laundry is going to smell. And of course, the more PRV you get when they're ordering all the products versus just one. So that's how I do my laundry samples. Of course, Scentsy does have all kinds of samples in the consultant store that you can purchase if you want to. I love being creative, and I love playing around with this kind of stuff. And of course, I like to do things on a budget, so I'd much rather use my free and half price products to get this kind of stuff, and rather than pay for the samples out of pocket. So definitely suggest using what you have, and starting out with maybe one type of sample, and then kind of building from there on your supplies. You definitely don't need to go broke buying all kinds of stuff on Amazon to make samples with. So let's see. Also, I've got a little cotton cleanup sample here. You can get a great big bag of the cotton cleanups. I think they come 25 in a package. And so I just already had these little baggies. I think I got them on Amazon. And then the little labels, these are Avery labels. And then I've actually got a little QR code in here that I made on Avery as well, that when my customer scans that QR code with their phone, it actually takes them to a YouTube video that I created several years ago, showing exactly how the cotton cleanups work, just in case they don't know how to use them. And then when I give this to someone, I usually try to tell them how to use it anyway. They're pretty self-explanatory, but I've got a video on there just for them to check it out. So those are the samples that I'm currently using in my business. And we already kind of talked about where all the things came from. Like I said, most of the things I get are from Amazon. And like I said, you can get bulk a lot of times for not a lot. And then, of course, if you have Prime, you're getting free shipping, and it comes pretty quickly, usually too. Let's see. So once you have your samples made, of course, they're not going to do you any good unless you actually hand them out. And so just a couple suggestions on how you can kind of get these samples out into people's hands. Of course, if you're a chatty Kathy, I don't think we have any Kathys in the group, so hopefully no one takes offense to that. If you're that type of person that you can just chat up people as you meet them out and about in the grocery line, as you meet other parents at baseball games or practices, things like that, keep a few on hand in your purse that you can work into the conversation. Say, hey, I've got something that I want to give to you. And then let them know that you want to get their opinion on the product. Okay. That kind of sets you up you're already letting them know that you're going to be reaching back out to them to find out how they enjoyed the product. And of course, if you don't already know the person you're giving the sample to, you're going to want to be sure to get their information, because you don't want to just give it to them and pray that they call you, because I can't tell you how many, probably thousands of samples that I've given out at events just in like little goodie bags. And I don't think I've ever had a customer call me and say, oh, well, I got the sample in the goodie bag and I want to order it. I don't think it's ever happened. It is possible that some of those people have gone on my website and ordered, and I just didn't know where they came from. But you definitely don't want to just give away your hard-earned money and samples that you spent time making and getting absolutely nothing in return. Which, of course, if you give away a sample, you never know if you'll get anything in return. but you're more likely to get a positive response if you reach back out to that person. So I like the Enter My Drawing slips. And this is a good way to capture the customer's information, and you can tell them, a lot of times I hand this to someone and they say, what all do you need me to fill out? And I'll just usually tell them, however much info you want to give. So these are from the Scentsy Family Store. It has a place for name, address, phone number, email, and then I love these because they have the little check boxes that ask if they're interested in hosting a basket party or a home party for free product, earning extra income, or fundraising opportunities. So sometimes I get people that'll check those boxes, and then I can reach back out to them and talk to them about hosting or joining or a fundraiser. But at least get some kind of contact information from them. And again, let them know that you're going to reach back out to them in a couple of days to find out how they enjoyed the product. Did they like the scent? Did they like the product itself? Did it work the way they expected it to? Was it better? And then you can kind of go from there. Another thing, we'll get more into the rest of the follow-up here in just a second, but another couple ways you can get samples into people's hands. A lot of times when I do make samples, I want to get them out to some of my regular customers, but then I always try to make a little bit extra than what I think I'm going to need. And then I may go ahead and post a picture of the samples or me holding the samples and post it out on my social media, not on my VIP group because I know those people already know and love Scentsy, but I'll post it out on my personal Facebook page or Instagram, where I know that not all of those people know about Scentsy or buy Scentsy from me. So I'll say something like, hey, I made some samples of the new frosted cinnamon roll. Who wants a sample? And so I may go ahead and send out, these are perfect to put in envelopes. You don't have to worry about extra postage. And so I may send out some samples that way. And then, when I message them and get their address, then of course I'll let them know that I'll be following up with them on that. So that's another good idea. And then I posted in our Team Fearless Fireflies group a couple of days ago a video from the United We Rise Facebook group. And it was a video made by Erin Fluharty. And she is amazing. And I've heard her speak on a follow-up system that I actually used today. So she's got some great ideas. But she actually in that video spoke about how to use samples to expand your network. And she had an amazing idea, and you guys can go watch that video if you're interested in it. But she talked about how you can make she called them Scentsy goodie bags, but essentially she put them in an envelope and was able to mail them. And so basically what she does is she posts out on Facebook out in groups. Like if you have community groups or like here where I live, we have a couple of just community groups. We have some mom groups. There's all kinds of different groups here in our community. And she just posts something like, I have 25 Scentsy goodie bags. Who wants one? No pictures, no links, anything like that. And then as people are commenting on there, yeah, I want one, she will send them a message on Facebook and just, try to get their address. And then she'll comment on the post saying, I sent you a message. That way they know. And then she sends them a friend request. So even if they don't, they get the stuff and they don't really care for it or like it or want to order right away, she's still got them on her Facebook, and they're going to see things that she posts and does in the future. So you kind of connect with people that way. And then of course you're going to, do the same follow-up. And let's see. So I think that was the end of the ideas for how to get them out to people, which of course, I'm sure other people have other ideas. Those are just kind of some of the things that I personally do, and to get samples out to people that I don't already know. And of course, anybody out there on Facebook, your friends list that, hasn't ever tried Scentsy or bought from you before are good people to reach out to as well. So we talked about how to get their info. And then, of course, if you make the samples and don't hand them out, they don't do any good. But if you do hand them out and you don't ever check back with the person, they may not do you too much good either. So again, telling them ahead of time, you're going to be reaching out to them, so they're not going to be shocked when you message them or call them. You want to ask how they liked it. Did they like the scent? Did they like the product? And then try to add them to your community with their permission. If you have a VIP group, if you have a Facebook page or something that you're using for your business to kind of bring your customers together, send them the information to join that community. Like me, I have a VIP Facebook group where I'll ask them if they'd like to join, and I'll send them the link for them to join. And then, of course, once they get in that group, they're going to see all kinds of stuff I post about Scentsy. And then don't forget and don't be afraid to ask for the sale. You don't have to be like a used car salesman and be like super pushy or anything like that about the sale, but I always try to say something like, I thank them for reviewing the product and letting me know what they thought of it. And then I've always got an order going in. Whether I have other orders or not, I've always got an order open, and I'm collecting orders to put in for a local order. So if they are local to me, I let them know, hey, I've got, I'm working on collecting orders for an order that I've got going in. Like right now, I'll say something like, almost everything in our catalog's 10% off this month. So if you'd like me to get you some of that frosted cinnamon roll, let me know and I can save you on shipping, something like that. It's like low pressure, but at least you're kind of sort of asking for that sale, and see what kind of response you get from there. So hopefully that might have given you some idea on how you can make some samples, where you can get some of the stuff, how to get them out, and then what to do afterwards. So we'll go ahead and end the recording, and then we'll chat.